Now, Trevor, that is some good pizza. You might have to do this review by yourself.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome to Weekend Voyages, where we do the reviews you're looking for. Today, we're going to be reviewing Pizza Pronto by Pizza Craft. Now, this is one of two ovens that they have. They have the Pizza Q and Pizza Pronto, but we're just going to cover this one today. Now, this package is going to run you about $299, so let's just say $300. Trevor, is it worth that price tag?
Yeah, well, we're going to get into that with the pros and cons coming right up.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to be here, okay?
Enjoy your pizza. So, right off the bat, one thing we found is the propane tank that goes along with this, it doesn't come with it. You have to buy it separately, but most of the time, most households have a propane tank already lying around their garage somewhere. It's a universal propane tank that you use with your grill. You can also use it with this. So it's easy to switch on and off with this, and the only downside to that is it's a heavy tank. So if you don't have a lot of room in your car and you're going car camping, this takes up half your trunk. If you're looking for something compact and small, this is about as compact as it gets. So you have to have both a propane tank and this in order to cook a pizza.
Now, the second con I would say about this was the igniter switch.
True.
So it's got this awesome little dial that you can turn on, and it just ignites it right once you start. For us, it did not work. The first few tries we did it, we could not get a spark to come off, so we had to use a big Bic lighter to light it up. Well, the next thing that we did, we kind of pulled the needle off a little bit, the ignition needle, away from the burner. It started right up. It caught, and we haven't had an issue with it since.
The other issue we ran into sometimes is when we use cornmeal in order to cook the pizza, sometimes after you pulled out your pizza, it got left on the top of that pizza stone, and it really caught fire, and sometimes had some big flame flare-ups. So if you're gonna do tons of pizzas, you gotta scrape off the cornmeal after you remove it, and after you do that, there's no issues.
Definitely. And the other thing with that is, if you're gonna be doing a thinner crust on this now, the Pizzeria Pronto says, like Pronto as it says, it cooks fast. I mean, 5 minutes, guys. We're not joking. With a thin crust, it's going to be even faster. So make sure if you're going to do a thin crust in this oven that you're really watching it. One trick we did is we put the entire pizza peel in there and left the pizza on top of that. That way it had a little more insulation from the stones.
It kept it from burning the bottom so much. And the other thing, speaking of pizza peels, is this package, despite being $300, didn't come with a pizza peel. That's something we might like to see in a full pizza package, because you're not going to pull your pizza out with a spatula. Pizza peel is the only way to go. But they sell those accessories as well on their website. You can check them out or look on Amazon. There's lots of options for pizza peels.
Yeah, that's the one thing I wish they would have just put in, just as a courtesy. And I get it. Companies trying to make profit. But it would have been a nice little touch if it was already included with the package, rather than spending $300 for this and then another $30. So we'll have some links for you below. If you don't want to buy this pizza peel, or if you want to find another, we'll have those kind of below for you guys. Now, I think the last con I have about this, Trevor, is with large groups, which is a con and a pro, because cooking with large groups with this is way fun. I loved it. But you're going to have some wait times. At 5 minutes, if you got 5 people, I mean, it's about 25 minutes for the end guy to get his food, right? So one thing we did to kind of get around this is we just kind of made it into a sampling buffet. So when the first pizza came out, we would slice it all up, and then all 5 of those people would get a slice. And that way, no one got too hungry. Something we said is, man, I think the one con is we don't have another pizza oven. It would have been great to have 2 ovens to entertain that many people. So you can expect a little wait time.
Right, but as long as you're friends and don't mind sharing, it's a lot of fun. Then you can try each other's. It's like Costco sampling. Everyone loves sampling.
Yeah.
So now, after we've talked about the cons, there's a lot of great aspects of this pizza oven. One of the things is it's so easy to take apart and clean. Like, you can take the lid off, take the inside out, like, just super easy to dump out the excess that gets burnt or whatever, and just clean it nice for the next time. You're set.
I didn't even help you on this setup, Trevor. I can't remember what I was doing. I was just hanging out, though. But Trevor set it up all by himself, and I came back outside, and it was already set up, and he was cooking. I was like, what in the world? So super fast out of the box setup. One nice thing, Trevor kind of talked about it, is when you have cornmeal on the bottom so it doesn't stick to the peel, what's going to happen is you're going to get some cornmeal buildup all on top of those stones. But the great thing about this is around this entire edge in here, the stone around the perimeter has, an edge so that stuff can drop off of it. And that was helpful to just be able to stick a spatula in there and just scrub it right off and drop it down into this.
Exactly. And when you're doing that, it's not like it's going to fall under your table, and it's got a catch grate below. So all that charred remains, it just catches it, and then after you're done and it's cooled, you can just dump it out in the garbage or
super simple.
Wherever you need. So it's way nice. The other thing is it's got a nice wide opening, so you can get like pretty big pizzas in. You can't put a full-size giant family pizza in, but it holds up to like a 12 to 12 and a half inch pizza, which in most cases is plenty for a personal pizza.
The other great thing about this Pizzeria Pronto is it's fast. It's going to heat up super quick. I think it took us 10 minutes to heat it up from cold all the way up until we got a pizza in there. So barely any time to start it up and get it going.
It's faster than most ovens in most cases.
Yeah, and I think that's what we did. We turned on the gas, lit this thing, went inside, made the first pizza, and by the time it was done, we just shoved it right in the oven and it was ready to go.
Seriously, super nice. And even though you're like, holy cow, it has to get to 900 degrees, it's pretty efficient with gas. Like, we've used this tons of times, and it seems like our fuel tank's still full almost. So even though you're running it on high, don't worry about running it out of gas in a couple uses. It'll last you a while. It's pretty efficient.
Yeah, it is super efficient with the use of gas, and you can cook anywhere between 700 to 900. Usually we're cooking around probably like 750, 800 probably. And we haven't run into any issues. We're actually still on our first propane tank. Haven't run it down yet. The other thing that I love about this oven is it comes with 2 stones inside there. Now, the reason why this is so nice is with your traditional kind of wood fire oven, and it's burning right up against that stone on the bottom, it's going to kind of have uneven burn spots. This helps it disperse the heat all around so you get an even cooking.
Another nice feature of this oven is how easy it is to clean up and how easy it is to like start a fire. You just click it and you've got heat. Whereas a wood burning pizza oven is hours of lead up. You've got to really plan ahead. You've got to have the right temperature, the right amount of wood, the right amount of coals. It's quite a laborious task. And with a gas pizza oven, you might not have the smoky taste, but it's so worth the ease of use.
So we kind of already talked about this double stone, but what I really like about this stone is, once again, how crispy that crust can get, and then also the fact that it's non-stick. Once you pull it off the peel and it sits on that stone, I mean, it crisps like almost instantly, and it doesn't stick to the stone, so you're not having to like peel it off of there at all. And the other thing I love about this oven, I think one of its strongest features is, even though it's called the Pizzeria Pronto, guys, it's not just a pizza oven.
It's true.
I mean, you can cook other stuff in there, right?
Yep.
You can cook naan bread. You can cook desserts. You can cook pizzas. The things are limitless, honestly, with what you can cook inside of this oven. All right, now that we've covered the pros and cons of the product, let's jump into the specs for all those people who care. So the product's going to weigh 27.5 pounds. So it's light enough that you can throw it in your vehicle and carry it around with you to different locations. You're not going hiking with this, guys. Let me just cut it right there. You're not going to go hiking with it because, remember, you still need a propane tank to haul around with this.
But this can cook the best food you've ever had camping. This is better than your dad's foil dinners, for sure. You're going to be everyone's best friend cooking pizza at camp with the sweet Pizzeria Pronto. So this pizza oven's about 18 inches by 18 inches by 15 inches. So it's large, but not too large to take car camping. You can fit it in your trunk. You can fit it in the back of your pickup. It's so worth it when you taste that pizza and take that first bite. It's pretty sweet camping food.
Yeah, you're going to be the campground hero, I promise you, if you're cooking out of this. Now, the cool thing about this is it's made out of stainless steel. So this is some pretty durable stuff. We've banged it around, haven't had an issue with it yet falling apart. I think it's going to last for a really long time. Now, the other cool thing about this is at the top, since you've got holes here all in the top of this oven that are going to go directly down to that stone, you can get a cap that Pizza Craft sells. You can get a cap to put on this. Once again, it's an add-on type thing, but that way you could leave it outside all you want. So, for example, if you're out camping and you don't want to haul this thing into your tent because it starts to rain, leave it out there, put the cap on top, and you're fine. Just make sure to take off the cap next time you go to cook, or it's going to melt on there.
Exactly. We've seen lots of people online saying, oh, I forgot to take the cap off, but it was just because they forgot to.
Yeah.
So don't forget. With regards to how much gas it's taking and using, it puts out about 15,000 BTUs, which is pretty hot, but it's very concentrated. That way it's utilized at the most efficiency for the pizza. At 15,000 BTUs, you're going to get about 24 hours of burn time, which is plenty of time
That's
for
a lot.
hundreds of pizzas. So it'll last multiple uses, and it's pretty fuel efficient, as we talked about before.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going off the same 20-pound propane tank since the beginning of testing this thing,
Yeah.
and we've cooked for some large groups for an extended amount of time. Haven't hit a snag yet. The other cool thing about this is if you are going to take this camping and you don't want to grab the massive 20-pound propane tank, you don't have the space for it, those little Coleman green propane tanks, you can use those actually, which is pretty sweet.
It is.
Now, Pizza Craft sells an adapter, which is an add-on again, but it's an adapter that you can put right on the end there and just screw it on, put your Coleman tank in there, and you're not gonna get the 24 hours like you do with the big propane tank, but you're gonna get your stuff cooked for that night.
Yeah, enough to get a few pizzas out, cook for the entire group, but not multiple uses out of the one tank.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea if you're gonna take it outdoors and camping.
I think it works perfect for outdoor, backyard, tailgating. I mean, this is an awesome little oven. So Trevor, with the pros, with the cons, with all those little specs in mind, would you recommend this to everyone out there?
Absolutely. Like, we love our food when we're camping. We're gourmet cookers, not just foil dinners, not just burnt food. We want quality if we're going to go camping. So this is a must-have for most car camping trips.
Yeah, so here at Weekend Voyagers, once again, as Trevor just said, this is a must-have. For the $300, well worth it. It's going to go a long way, and you're going to be a camp hero with this thing, or a backyard hero with this. Guys, if you're looking for this pizza oven, you can find it down in the links below. We'll have a description down there with a bunch of Pizza Craft accessories as well. And do not forget while you're down there to subscribe so we can keep bringing you guys some awesome reviews. See you guys later.